morning. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. I am so excited. Welcome back to Season 6. You can hear in my voice. I'm about to platz from excitement. I can't believe it's Season 6, EK. Welcome back to you. He's saying hello, hello. He's nodding. He's not mic'd up. We need to get your microphone to chat with me. What a crazy summer we had, hey? Everyone was really busy. I think our last show was from the culinary school in Brooklyn, and a whole bunch has happened in between. I've been to 6 countries. How insane was that? I just want to give a personal shout out to Miriam Schreiber of Miriam Schreiber's Legacy Tours. What an amazing tour to Asia that you ran, and I was on board to do cooking demonstrations. We went to Thailand, Singapore, and Vietnam, and Danielle Renov joined Miriam for the second half of the summer, where they went to Italy. They were in Sicily and the Amalfi Coast, and we both had the most amazing summer. I was in Camp Shoshanim giving cooking classes and Susie in the Susie Fishbein Culinary Institute. Went to St. Louis to do a chop competition. Unbelievable. So really just an amazing summer. I want to hear, guys, how was your summer? Send me a note. Send me an email. What did you do? Where did you eat? What did you make? Did you go fruit picking? You saw me. I went fruit picking. I went with Eitan Banath. But yes, so excited to be back in the hot seat. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi Nachman, and I'm about all the food all the time. We're down to my intro. I love food. I love to shop for it, cook it, eat at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a personal chef. I'm a cookbook author. Perfect for Pesach, which is also available right now. Perfect for Tishrei too. I give cooking classes. I cater for people for Shabbos, for Yom Tov. I run kosher chop competitions all over the country. As you heard, I was in St. Louis. I'm going to California soon. And I just, love everything food. But, I want to hear about what you're up to and what you're cooking and what you're making. So make this a conversation. If you make it, you cook it, let me know and I'll share it. Okay, so lots of action going on in the show today. I've got on the line Yossi Matapil, who is actually all the way from Lakewood, New Jersey, but he went even further. He's a tzaddik and went all the way to Houston, Texas. He heard the calling of the Jewish people and he joined them. And he's going to talk to us in a minute. I've got Alex Rappaport from Masphere. We're going to talk Tzimmer's campaign, Chopped Hunger, and all the other food, soup, the soup kitchen that he's got going. We're going to talk to him about that. And, of course, last but not least, we're going to talk to Shifra Klein about the latest edition of Joy of Kosher. Another great edition has come out. And just a big shout-out to Shannon Sana. Shannon has been on our show many times. And she was also on our Shabbos Project Challah edition last year. And she has come up with her own cookbook right there. You're looking for a present for Rosh Hashanah to give someone, if you're going out for a meal or a hostess gift, this is the book. Or for your wife or for your kids. This is the book, The Modern Jewish Baker, and we're going to be having her on the show in just on our next show in the next 2-3 weeks. So listen out for that. Okay, now I can catch my breath. What a season we're going to have. Nachum has been with the gang, the Nachum Siegel Network gang, to Houston to help out with the Jewish community and the community at large. But let's hear right now from Yossi Matapil, the biggest tzaddik. He closed up his shop. We're going to talk to him in New Jersey for a couple of hours every day to take off some pressure. And then he got on a plane and flew to Houston, Texas, to help the community. Welcome, Yossi, to the show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How's it going? I don't hear a Texas accent.
Hey, you're all. Good morning, you're all.
Oh, that's very good.
That's as best as you're going to get from me.
Yossi, you are amazing. What made you do this? You have a business.
I'll be very honest with you. My good friend Chaim Goldfeder from Texas Kosher Barbecue, who lives in Dallas, calls me up a week ago Tuesday. We were discussing of how to cook certain items, and then he tells me what he's doing. I go, you know what? If I can arrange something in my store, do you want an extra set of hands? He goes, absolutely, would love it. That was 11 o'clock Tuesday night. 12:30 in the afternoon the following day, I booked my ticket to Dallas. I spent Shabbos in Dallas. Motzei Shabbos about 4:30 in the morning. We hooked up on a 3-car and a 30-foot trailer caravan, and we came down to Houston. We got in around approximately 10:30. By 11 o'clock, the grill was already filled up with chicken starting for dinner that night. And we haven't stopped since.
Oh, my gosh. So can you describe a little bit of the scene that's going on, say, and the transition? I'm sure it was much more crazy the last few days ago till
just driving
today.
in the streets. We don't see water from where we are, but you see the devastation. You see in front of the houses, you see mounds and mounds of garbage and sheetrock and clothing. We're talking 10 feet high, 30, 40 feet long. Basically, the entire bottom of the houses that people are just ripping out everything and throwing it. The water is all contaminated, and you have mold problems, so they have to rip out all the sheetrock, all the clothing, all the furniture, and you see them piled up in front of the houses for blocks and blocks at a time. You have people over here. We had a gentleman who came to us one day. He says he basically lost everything. He's wearing a pair of slippers on his feet. He goes, these are the only shoes that I had. He came over to us, and actually he went around hugging just about everyone here. You have no idea this hot meal, what you have done to us. It gave us hope, and that's the basic thing that we are trying to do here. We are trying to give people hope. There are people out here who are willing to help. We came down to help, and this is what we're here for.
It's unreal. I actually have tears in my eyes. If you're watching on the Nachum Segal YouTube channel, you'll see that I'm speechless and I'm literally welled up with tears. These are from people, Jewish people, not Jewish people.
Really doesn't matter.
Just
it's
helping
anybody.
everyone. You're feeding everyone.
We are parked over here by the Barron Academy. Don't ask me where in Houston because I'm not driving. We're following GPSs, and we're parked over here with a 30-foot rig. Anyone comes, we don't send anybody away. You need food, we're here for you. Yesterday, somebody came in, no one even knows where, dropped off 36 huge boxes of socks and underwear and pants and shirts. No one even knows where it came from. This is what's going on. Everybody is emptying out their pockets and things like that to help out. Money, of course, is an issue because you can buy more things with that. But they got vendors from all over the world coming out. We had Zaka from Eretz Yisrael, not here, Baruch Hashem, not for anything on the bad part. They came to lend a hand to help people clean out houses. We got people from California, from Baltimore. We had a deal contingent came in yesterday. I heard somebody's coming in from Chicago. They're constantly rotating in volunteers. Yeshiva University had one group come in. They went back, and I heard that what's called just today, they're sending another group in.
Mika Amcha Yisrael, right?
That's about the best that I can say. That is so true.
Oh, my God, Yossi, it's unbelievable. Who is minding your store at home? You're unbelievable. You're a one-man show at home.
The main thing was, what am I supposed to do? And he says, you know what? This is something that I wanted to do. This is something that I'm able to do. My store is taking a big hit, but you know what? I felt like it's more important for me to be over here. I closed my store lunchtime. I'm only open from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. I have a crew there of people. I got a couple extra people in. They're coming in. People are coming in. They're leaving messages. Tell Yosef he's doing some great work down there in Houston. Can't wait for him to come back. But I felt this is something that I wanted to do, I'm able to do, and amid Hashem, hope to Hashem, I will never be able to have this opportunity again. For a disaster like this, it is really hard to see. I mean, like I said, we speak to people here during dinner time. When we're finally finished cooking, we get to sit with the people, and we hear their stories, and we let them talk. So I felt that this is something that I'm able to do, and I'm going to do it. If it means taking a hit in the store, it was so well worth it. We are working literally 14, 16 hours straight, and we're not talking about in an air condition. It is 90, 95-degree weather over here, 100% humidity. We're working out of a trailer. We're working out of open tents in front of grills. When you're cooking, 2,000 meals, you use every piece of equipment you have. On the trailer, we have a small 8-burner oven that only fits 6 pans of chicken, and then we have a grill and a 3,000-pound barbecue pit that we're just constantly rotating food in and out and in and out. But dinner time, don't ask me how, but everything is ready and hot, which is the main thing. These people, when we got down here, they haven't had a hot meal in a week. They don't know where to turn because there's no kosher food. Everything was either destroyed or used up. Everything was flooded. They don't have places to cook even.
Where are you getting your meat?
We're just bringing them a hot meal, and that's to make a difference of somebody coming in and being in a grumpy mood and leaving with a smile and a thank you on their face.
And where are you getting the kosher meat from? I mean, we're always a limited supply to begin with.
Oh, yeah. The meat and chicken is coming in literally from everywhere. I don't know. I'm not on the logistic aspects about it. I could tell you KJ has meat over here, and Allie has meat over here, and there's meat coming in. Some of the vendors I personally had never heard of, but there are the kosher meat coming in from all over. I mean, just right now, before you called me, I was slicing brisket that we're prepping for a little bit day in advance. Yesterday, 1,000 pounds of shoulder roast I sliced. We have chickens that just went into the smoker. We're doing about 500 pounds of chicken in the smoker throughout the day today. It's just coming in. Every Seasons, as what's called, was sending in. Different grocery stores, people are bringing in. They drop them off, and we had a couple of trucks that came down here from different areas. Like I said, I know Seasons trucks were over here. I know Allie has a lot of stuff over here. There, the natural kosher cheese. I saw some, even though we're not using it because everything by us is all fleischiks.
Yeah.
But I see some cheeses over there. Challahs, Wiseman's cakes. I see in the container. There's local fruits and vegetables that are helping us out. Restaurant Depot, major chain like that, they're helping us out with small wares that we need and fruits and vegetables and things like that. It's the amount of product that's coming in from all over the world is just unbelievable.
Oh my God, I'm actually speechless.
I will tell you, these are just things that I heard because I didn't. When they'll go to, there's a warehouse that's storing everything. They gave a section over for the kosher stuff. And when we go down to Restaurant Depot, the manager who runs the Restaurant Depot store says, it's incredible that you guys can come out over here and just coming in from Dallas, coming in from Lakewood, coming in from it just shows that people care. Doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not Jewish. People care and they rush to help.
America cares. America cares. That's a good hashtag for us because America, we get a bad rap sometimes. America,
actually,
but
what
we
I'll do, I'll send you a picture a little bit later after I get off the phone. Texas strong.
Texas strong.
Nice
That's been hashtagged everywhere. It's amazing. Where are you actually sleeping? Where are you sleeping? And Goldfeather.
Honest truth, when we came down over here, we had no idea we were going to sleep. We were actually going to sleep on cots right outside the rig, but the Barron campuses, they don't allow people to stay over here. People are opening up their doors. They're moving their kids into combining a lot of the kids into one room.
So not
to make
every
the room
house is
available
destroyed.
for us.
Some people can actually stay in their houses.
There are areas that the water didn't affect as bad.
Okay.
There are certain areas that one block over had 4 or 5 feet, but the other block over might be a little bit higher. So the water, got up to their front door. So there are certain areas maybe a little bit further. We're saying 20, 25 minutes away from where we are over here. Over here, it looks like it got hurt more than over there, but the devastation really is everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But there are some people, even if they had, very little damage, they're opening up their doors and letting everybody,
it's unreal.
Not us. There are volunteers all over that are coming in.
I
they're
love
just
this.
being put up
Yossi,
places.
I have a question for you. Can you give a little shout out to the people that are part of the team down there? Let's give them a shout out, and then I want to tell everyone how we should come support you. But let's do a shout out.
Shout out to what? To all the places and the people have come down?
Yeah, no. That you said about with logistics, you wanted to.
Well, there are some, with the kosher aspect of over here, there are some, the VOD of Dallas and the VOD of Houston, as soon as they heard something was going to happen over here, got together. We have Rabbi Klein from the VOD of Dallas, Rabbi Epstein from DATA, which is the Dallas Kollel, Chaim Goldfeder, my good friend Chaim Goldfeder, who's doing all the cooking here from Texas Kosher Barbecue.
Thank you,
and his 30-foot rig over here, unbelievable. Man's a pit master with a heart of gold, and he's down down over here. Rabbi Feigenbaum, the Rav of Or HaTorah, Rav of Or HaTorah, was very involved. They actually have a link on their website if you want to donate money. It's costing, when I hear, approximately $5,000 a day, just for logistics, just for stuff that wasn't donated. So I'll send you a link in a little bit from the Or HaTorah from Dallas, Texas. They're collecting money. Product is good. Money is even better because then we can use that money, which almost every penny that goes, it's not going to people. I'm doing this as a volunteer. I took off from work for a week with a volunteer to come down. I'm not getting paid for this. But money can help. Almost every single penny goes directly to the relief, not for anything else. To buy food. We're coming up right now. Last night we were having a meeting, a Skype meeting, how to prepare anywhere from 6,000 to 10,000 meals for the Yom Tovim. How do we arrange the logistics of cooking in such a small area? How to do it. So, there are a lot of people involved, but those were the main people, that were instituted and pushing to make sure, and constantly, we're in constant contact with them, even though they're in Dallas. Actually, Rabbi Klein, I heard, was in San Antonio to find out what they need in San Antonio yesterday. He might
were
be
they
coming
hit in
back
San
here
Antonio
today.
also? They weren't hit in
They
weren't hit in San Antonio, though, right?
I have no. Honest truth is, I know in Houston, everybody in Texas got it. Dallas got the little rain, but San Antonio is only a couple of hours from here. From what I understand.
I'm actually going there in a couple months.
So I have a little bit that I should show a little love to San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm actually going there in a couple months.
My wife says it's really nice. We actually might make a trip maybe next summer down to Texas. Now that I've been here for the first time, maybe I'll bring my wife back here.
Now you're almost an honorary
and let her take
Texan.
her back to her own home. Our old home.
Yossi, I want to tell everyone that they should get over and support you in New Jersey. I want to see lines down the block of everyone going to buy food from, and Yossi makes the most amazing food. I'm not just saying that to go and support him. Go and support him because you're going to eat the most amazing food. South Side Sandwich Shop and Smokehouse. I got it right, didn't
correct.
I, Yossi? I
used
to get stuck on all the S's.
Time.
But everyone, he's in Lakewood, New Jersey. He's en route. What was the route?
I'm on Cedar Bridge Avenue, 315 Cedar Bridge Avenue.
Follow him.
We're open Sunday through Thursday. Come on down, say hello.
And support him, buy tons of food, have him cater, have him do your dinner, have him do everything, because he gave up Parnassa in Elul, and Hashem will recognize this. And we give tzedakah in Elul, and you are just fabulous. When I was planning my show, I had my amazing guests lined up. I had Alex, and I've got Shifra Klein. But I said, I've got to have you on the show. When I saw, go on Instagram if you have, and follow Southside Sandwich Shop and Smokehouse, because you will see Yossi's adventures and the mitzvahs that he is doing in Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas strong. We think of you every day. Nachum and Miriam, Yanni Pollock is actually from Houston.
Did not know. Okay.
Yeah, so he's actually from Houston. I believe you're going to be, by the time this airs, you will have met them, but you will meet them because we're recording a little bit earlier. But really just stay strong, safe flight home, Tiskul Mitzvot.
Let me just give a quick shout out to Reuven Travis, Chaim Goldfeder's right-hand man. This is the guy who, Chaim gives the instructions to, and he goes ahead and makes sure that it gets done. So big shout out to Reuven Travis here down in Houston.
Okay, Yossi, you're a tzaddik. I'm going to come visit you guys in Lakewood and your family. Mazel tov on the birth of your granddaughter while you're away. Your first granddaughter. So you'll come back to something so wonderful.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye, Yossi. Have a good
Bye.
Shabbos. Okay, Yossi Matapil. Alex, was that unbelievable? I'm sitting here with Alex Rappaport in the studio from Aspia, and Shifra just came in. Hard to find parking today, right?
Yeah, it was impossible. Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, and it's raining, and it slows it all down. But how moving was that?
Yes, and I could relate to it a little bit because we, during Hurricane Sandy, we were going all over New York City giving out food. Right. In a pop-up situation, we went from 500 meals a day to 3,000 meals a day, wow. And that's where Timus became a big issue. Where we were only able to do Timus because we needed oven space. So we did 16 hours in the kitchen, but we wanted to save the night where we were out, so we filled all the ovens with carrots and came back in the morning and seasoned it. So that's where Timus became our emergency food.
Oh, unbelievable. I'm just really... It's hard to pick up after that, like I always have tons of energy, but I just was so moved by what Yossi had to say. But Alex, we've got so much to talk about. How was your summer?
A lot of preparations. We used the summer to we knew that people are on vacation, so we need the people to join us to help us to do what we do, but we wanted to give them a little. So we didn't bother them through the summer, but we were preparing lots of things. So actually, next week we
have a lot going on.
We have a lot going on. So basically, our Yom Tovim, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur campaign usually we use the Tzimis booklet as our promo for it, and which has 50 chefs, you included, Shifra, and giving us a different Tzimis recipe. That's our Yom Tovim campaign.
And that's great. Remember, it's Elul, and just as Yossi is doing tzedakah, we can all do tzedakah too. Tefillah, teshuvah, tzedakah,
Definitely, and we could use a lot of help. And then we have on Tuesday.
I can't believe it's this Tuesday. We've been talking about this for months.
Which is what we call Chop Hunger. You can see a lot about it on chophunger.com, but it's basically a Masbia event where we do something what you are famous for, which is called kind of imitating the idea of Chopped. Kind of the idea of doing that in your home, in your in all kinds of different settings. And we're trying to get a lot of professional chefs from different restaurants to come and play Chopped, meaning to say they'll do a cooking competition. We'll have different chefs being the competitors and different judges. And
let's talk about who the competitors are.
So Avi, who helped us with the lineup, had so there is Bison and Bourbon. Cindy is there.
She is amazing. Shout out to you, Cindy. From there, she's the executive chef. Executive chef. I got that out.
Okay.
At Bison and Bourbon. Yeah.
And then we have from Olive Tree, the chef. I can't recall his name now on the show.
Alexander.
And then the other one is from Florida, actually, which what's his name? David. So these are the chefs, and then we have judges who will kind of follow the campaign as we will follow the show as they put the meals together, and will follow the then get to taste the food as Shifra once did one year. The first year Shifra was one of the judges.
Chop Hunger must be here. I'm pulling it up. Here, Chop Hunger. It's going to be this coming Tuesday from 6 to 8:30 at Lincoln Square. Okay, we have a lineup of judges. Okay, competing judges will be Cindy Stanimirov from Bison and Bourbon, Christian Benitez from Olive Tree, and David Benray from Harbor Grill in Florida. Shout out to him and all the people in Florida as we spoke about what's going on Texas currently. Let's hope this storm does not hit and blows away out to sea. But hopefully that he'll make it up with Avi. And the judges will be Joshua Masson, a guest who was just on last season, from Nobo, Alex Resnick from Bedford, and Katsuji Tanabe we all know Katsuji from Mexicosha and his television show on the Bravo channel. So it's going to be an amazing event. There's going to be food, right?
So we're kind of theming it on Rosh Hashanah, we call it the Rosh Hashanah foods from around the world. So the caterer.
Who's catering it?
So we have a very artsy young guy. His name is Surly Goldenberg.
Okay.
And somebody new. He's donating the whole thing, and kind of he wants to make his point, so to speak. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
He wants to make a splash.
He wants to make a splash, definitely.
Okay.
He is extremely cutting edge. So many exciting ideas, and so we changed the whole setup. Like last year, we had. So there was 1 hour of eating and then 1 hour of show, and it was like two sides of the hall. One side was set up as a theater, one side was set up as dining. Now we're going to have dining with theater combined, meaning to say there will be all the tables you will be eating while the show goes
while
on.
watching.
Ooh.
The show must go on. So I'll just have to put on my outdoor voice while I'm inside. But Avi's got that all under control, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You can pre-order your tickets on
chophunger.com.
Okay, and also with the Tzimmus book.
So that's masbia.org/Tzimmus. For any donation with your receipt, people will get the Tzimmus booklet. It's kind of free with a donation.
Okay. Here we're going to just back it up a little bit, because I know you've been on the show many times, and people are quite familiar in New York with Masbia. But I've got a lot of listeners around America. Can you just give us a brief history on how you started Masbia?
Sure.
Because, if someone doesn't know it, let's familiarize ourselves.
So a little bit over 10 years ago, my friend Mordechai Mandelbaum and I were kind of thinking that there are a lot of people who are known for bringing guests to their homes on Shabbos or middle of the week, but that's kind of like on a one-on-one basis. There's no reliable place for someone to go and have a meal. It's such a big area like the Orthodox community in Brooklyn, where there isn't a place where you can say, no one goes to sleep hungry because there is this. And we thought we should step up and kind of figure out a way to do exactly that. I had a history where my grandmother's door was never locked. People walked in on her, mainly on Shabbos, but at any time. She literally never locked her door. She lived in Borough Park, and she never locked her door. He was kind of the same. Mandelbaum on his own. His wife once told me they had a outworn couch they threw out. They almost never used. It was only guests sleeping at it. Kind of that sort of type of person he is. And we thought that we should do it in a more, so to speak, in a more reliable way. What happens when he's on vacation or someone else?
Or on a larger scale than your living room.
Exactly. So that was kind of the idea. I'll give you slowly what happened. We started as a restaurant-style dinner place, and then we added to it after a couple of years that we also give out packages. So once a week, and we hope to be able to do this every day eventually, where people come in and get an allotment of groceries that they can choose from based on their family size, which they take home. So you can see there is a very interesting difference. There is the people who need a ready, prepared meal, but an average mother that is going through, let's say, a divorce and is with 5 children and needs help, doesn't want to bring her children they're going through enough. They don't want to bring their children to a soup kitchen, would then rather...
a box.
Take home. I'll give you an example. Last Thursday, this happened less than a week ago, this mother came in, and we saw online that she was like anxious, and we figured out, one of the volunteers figured out that she has her kids at home alone. So she has 5 kids at home alone, so the volunteer told her, just go home.
We'll bring you the food.
We'll send a kid or do something. So what ended up happening, she sent this, I remember this young kid, long pious, and he comes in, and then we figured out that was his mother, and she was eligible for tons of food, like 32 pounds of produce and 16 pounds of protein or whatever, based on a family size.
These are government rules that
no, these are not government. These are gold standards for emergency packages. These are not government rules.
Oh, that's interesting that they have that.
We are not governed by the government. We get actually very little funding by the government, so we're not. The government doesn't.
So you will know what you need to do. Pick up the phone and make a donation. Get online, make a donation.
And what we ended up doing is we had one of our guys fill up the hand truck and walk home the kid and take home the food. So there's a lot of that sort of people who just basically are what I like to say, there are people who are stable poor and need sometimes some help, and then there are poor that are on duress, where there's like a crisis in the home, a crisis in the family, and that sort of thing. So we handle all of it, and then there is the every night dinner, which for the last 9 months we started doing Shabbos and Yom Tov, which this week, because my kids came home from camp, was the first week we ate home Shabbos. We ate every Shabbos at Masbia for the last 9 months.
That's unreal. Isn't this guy tzaddik? I mean, the people that have been on my show are unbelievable. Shifra, these people are in awe.
I'm always inspired. So
Right? Must be.
Yeah,
It's like
always.
unbelievable.
And the event is so much fun. When I went that year, it was amazing. You get to eat and watch the chefs cooking live. There's nothing like it.
Right, and
It's
these
a
are
really
like
fun night out.
professional chefs. I hope you're going to be able to come, Shifra.
I also like that the judges are chefs. Chefs judging chefs should be really fun.
Yeah,
and
like
interesting.
one-on-one.
Yeah,
Let,
I like
let me
that.
give you a little scoop here.
Oh, okay.
We're getting scooped.
You remember?
We love gossip.
The way you were on the stage was like a big
Yeah.
stage, and you were behind the chefs.
Yes.
So it was very hard for you to comment while
And
it was
see,
going
right.
on. So what we did this year, we made a little stage in the audience where the chefs will be kind of
nice.
facing the.
Yeah,
it kind of. It's
changing it
kind
up.
of. So again, this is with the help of the Sroli Goldenberg. So kind of making it a lot
Yeah.
more fun.
I
and
like that.
And I personally
Yeah.
I know it's going to be challenging for you, Nomi, but it's going to be fun to be able to eat while you're watching.
I know I love
It's going to
that.
be fun
It's
for the
good.
audience.
It's good that, because sometimes they're watching and, they're a little hungry and they don't want to get up.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
they're smelling all this
It's like
food
dinner
being
and a
cooked. I'm
show,
like,
so.
dinner and a show.
Exactly.
And tzedakah.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely,
exactly.
and it's and that's the big event for next Tuesday. We're very excited. It looks like people are very, very excited. What we're trying to do make it a Rosh Hashanah themed event. So we're getting all the cookbooks that came out since last Rosh Hashanah, including your own,
Including Perfect for Pesach. We're going to
ex-
call it now. I'm going to scratch off Pesach. I'm going to write Perfect for Tishrei.
That's right, and it is, and
It's yeah.
and the way you designed all
selling
of
them
them.
there?
So we're going to be selling them
'cause
there.
you bought a lot of books.
Yes, and we actually bought more this week. And all of them that came out this year will be there. We invited all the authors to be there. Obviously, not all of them are going to be able to be.
Who's coming? Is Shannon coming?
We invited Shannon, and it
Hopefully
looks
she
like
can-
she's coming.
Yay!
And we invited all of them to come. A few of them are on route to come. Again, it is kind of like hard for those who are out of town or those
Right,
who,
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
even Shannon lives in New Jersey. It's going to be a travel for her.
I know.
And
We can come from Woodmere. She can come from New Jersey.
and we also invited all the Tzimmus contributors because we're making the Chop Hunger event the debut for the Tzimmus booklet. So that's
Okay, but you can still buy it now. You can
yes,
still donate now, and
definitely.
you'll get your books.
And this is actually a prototype. It's actually still at the printer. This is just like a little something, so we can see what it's going to look like. And actually, you can see here. This is Shifra's recipe on the cover. I think this is Pascal. Miriam's recipe on the cover.
He's doing a fancy job here. This is almost like a cookbook in itself.
Yes, and it kind of plays all off Tzimmus all the time, meaning to say it's a carrot muffin, a carrot puff, or a carrot puree.
I did roasted root vegetables with spiced pecan crunch. It's actually from my book.
Yes, and it's actually the cover of your book, right? Is that?
No, it's no. I don't think it's on the cover of the book.
Picture is not on the
picture
cover.
might be. It might be.
Yeah.
You think I would know that, right?
I can relate because, you forget after a certain.
Can I just say, when you're in those moments, there's nothing you don't know about your book.
I know. And then time goes by.
Right? And then, it's like when you're having a baby, right? Hashem makes you forget after the labor. Everything about a book is like having a baby. So, when you're in the moment, you know everything, every pain, every push. But now, so beautiful. It's going to be an amazing event. I can't wait. I'm hungry looking at this. And especially after talking to Yossi, hearing him describe all that food, and then seeing all these gorgeous recipes, I'm definitely ready to eat. Okay, so how many locations does Must Be You have now?
So we have 3, one in Borough Park, one in Flatbush, and one in Forest Hills. We just moved in Queens.
Oh, I'm actually going to Forest Hills after this.
Yes, so our Forest Hills location is just about we were, so to speak, operating out of a truck for a while because we were in transition. Our Forest Hills location is just about opening. We kind of got the water going, the electric going, kind of that sort of situation.
If people want to volunteer, how do they volunteer?
So on our website, there's an option to sign up to volunteer. There's an option to donate. There's an option to come to Chop Hunger. So chophunger.com, you could go directly, or you could go through mustbia.org, Chop Hunger, and it'll take you to the ticket sales. We want people to come, so we created kind of like a discount ticket. So people, if $180 is too much, you can get a $100 ticket. That and then there is the VIP tickets, which kind of be the first row of tables, and there'll be some extra.
Oh, fun! Yeah, that's
and-
definitely
and-
something.
And so all kinds
So
of different
calling all table for two listeners, come grab a front row seat.
definitely.
And I'll
definitely.
be on hand. I'll sign my books. If anybody wants to buy a Pesach book for Tishrei, that's great.
Yeah, it's kind of
And all the-
we're trying to frame it as the opening of the season of cooking for the high holidays. Kinda.
Absolutely. Today's actually, it's as we all know, you're listening to this Friday, but we're actually here Wednesday, and Wednesday is the first day of school in my kids. I live in Long Island, so the first day of school today. So it's like I feel like the new year started. It's a New Year's Day today, basically, like a new year. Kids off to school, and now the summer's over, and it kind of looks like the summer is over. Wednesday raining. So now we've got a new year ahead of us. Rosh Hashanah, from listening to this, is about, am I going to freak you if I say a little over 11 days
It's
away?
15 days away. My kids had an open house yesterday,
Wait,
so
what's-
it's on the board.
Right. It's
I actually looked. It's
2
16
weeks.
days from yesterday.
Right. So if we're listening today, we're recording on
it's
Wednesday,
only
so
2
it's 2
weeks,
weeks
yeah.
from tonight.
Time
that
to start
Yeah.
cooking.
Oh, yeah. I've got orders. People are sending me, will you make me some stuffed cabbage and ribs and stuff? I'm like, sure. So I've got to actually travel. I'm going to be going to Toronto for a chasana, and I'm going to Memphis. I'm following in your footsteps.
Oh, very nice.
I'm going to Rifki Klein at Chabad
That's
of
amazing.
Memphis.
It's a beautiful event. It's nice to go.
Oh, my God. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I'm so
She knows how to
excited.
throw a good event. So
Oh,
that's
yeah,
nice.
she's unbelievable.
Yeah.
A big shout out to Rifki Klein and the Chabad community
Yeah.
of Memphis. But I'm excited. I'm going to go see Elvis. I'm going to go to.
Oh, you're actually going to go see
I'm
something
going to
there?
go to Graceland. I love seeing out the iconic sites. So
Yeah.
of every city I go to. So I'm definitely going to try to chap something in. The civil rights something is there also.
Yeah.
Building museums. So I'm going to see if I can pop that into. I'm going for like a day and a half.
Oh,
So,
cool. So you
yeah,
could
I'm
throw some-
excited. I'm excited to travel, and then I got to come home and cook for 3 days nonstop through the night for Yom Tov.
Wow.
But I'm sure we're all doing that, right? Can everyone let me know what they're making? I think it's nice when people share, and then I can share with my listeners next week.
Yeah,
or-
it's always fun to see
And,
what people
and
are
it is
making.
kind of tricky when it's like always 3 days Yom Tov because some stuff gets boring. You got to keep the
Oh,
excitement.
you got to
going.
keep it up. But you know
Yeah.
what? You
Yeah.
should do it in batches. So you'll cook something for Rosh Hashanah, and you'll like double it and put it away for Sukkot.
Yeah,
So
that's very smart.
Rather than eating it the first meal on Rosh Hashanah and say the fourth meal out of the 6 meals, do it the first meal and then save it for Sukkot. So Simchas Torah, like.
And the new Joy of Kosher is out. There's
Oh,
a lot of
I know.
inspiration.
So we're
in
going to
there.
talk to Shifra now. There is so
So-
much inspiration. Alex, thank you so
That's
much. You can sit there. You can switch. You
I'll
can
switch. I'll switch.
Okay, fantastic. We have got a rockin' show. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Siegel Network. We are sitting here in the studio. 2 weeks till Rosh Hashanah. We're getting excited. We have a food schmooze. We had Yossi Matapil on the show from Houston, Texas. Go support him in Lakewood at his store in Lakewood because he closed up shop, flew to Texas, helped out the Texas community. Unbelievable. We have Alex Rappaport from Maspia. And right now, in the hot seat of the first episode of Season 6 on the Nachum Siegel Network is the most frequented guest on my show. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Chef
sounds
Fun.
good. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to be here.
Thank you. You had an amazing summer. I followed everything. You're up in the country.
Oh, I
cooking
feel
up.
like it just flew, and I feel like somehow the older you get, the least amount of summer vacation you have.
Yeah.
Like it's just so busy.
It goes so fast.
Yeah.
It goes so fast. The kids are good?
Yeah.
Baby's
Yeah.
getting big already?
Yeah, thank God.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Kids
I know,
start
and the kids started school. That's right.
back to routine.
Back to real life.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about this gorgeous magazine. I noticed there's a
Thank
bit
you.
of a switch up in format. It looks
Yeah,
a
do you
little.
see?
I noticed it right away. So when we were texting last week confirming the show, she goes, "Did you get it?" And I was, as I had said, I was away, and then I came home and thank God it was waiting for me, and I ripped open the plastic.
Yeah, so it's a new year, a little bit of an updated look. So that's
Yeah.
fun. You can actually, instead, if you can't find the issue in like your local store, you could just order a single issue. You don't even have to subscribe to the magazine. You could go to the website and just order the Yom Tov issue.
Okay.
So that's really cool.
That's a great idea, but why would you do that? Really, guys? Come on. You want this all year. 6 to 8 a year come out?
6.
6. So,
Yeah.
you want this.
You do.
All 6.
Yeah, but it's really fun. It's like a little bit of an updated look. What do you think?
Yeah, I liked it
I think
right
it's
away.
fun to look at it.
The front looked a bit more classic, the way
Yeah.
they used to look, right? Like
Yeah.
magazines used to. I've been reading magazines my whole life.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have patience to read big books. So I'm not a reader.
Magazines are fun.
I like short stories, articles. That's me.
Yeah, it's a classic Jewish food issue because, like, what else are you going to do on Yom
Right.
Tov?
And I like how
And the
this-
whole idea was 10 ingredients or less as well. So everything is easy to make and delicious. And it's just a classic look. Like, it's a modern, clean look.
Right.
That was the look we were going
I
for.
love modern and clean.
Yeah, so that's the look of the magazine.
Okay. Walk us through some of the
Walk you through. Yeah, it's so like I said, 10 ingredients or less. How could you go wrong? And we have some really cool products for one of the most exciting things we did was expanded the gift section that we usually
Yeah,
do. So it's products
yeah.
we love.
I
And I
actually
love
noticed
this
that.
one. We did Sweet Beauty. So what was fun about it was we combined like beauty products with the Yom Tov. It's all about having a sweet new year. And so all the products we featured all have honey or are made with honey.
Oh, that
And
is
so, yeah,
Chef
and they're
Rag,
really,
go you.
yeah, and they're really, thank you. And they're really fun. This mask was insane. The Andalou pumpkin honey glycolic.
Just to
Whatever.
tell you,
They're
I
really fun.
I got
we get
burnt-
these things and we try it, and it's not just written here because it's connected to honey. They're really cool stuff, and they're really natural.
I love
Which
it.
Jamie is very into.
Yeah,
So,
she
yeah,
is?
she's into like more like like natural makeup and things that are good for you.
Okay, that's so cute.
Yeah, so
I
it's
like
like-
Burt's Bees lip balm. I got it as a gift for my birthday from some of my friends. They made me a whole travel kit because I knew I was traveling a lot this summer. So they bought me a toilet tube ad and they put some stuff in it. And that was one of them.
Yeah,
I
that's
loved
cool.
it.
Yeah, and it's made with honey and
I didn't
beeswax, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was terrific.
yeah, so it's really cool. So that was really fun to do. And then we have like back to school snacks. Did you ever try those seaweed snacks? You
Are
get
they
in
good?
Costco. They're
Really?
really good. Like my 12-year-old takes them for snack every single day to school.
Really?
Yeah,
I
and
should get them.
he wanted it because another friend was eating it.
Okay,
so it's
I'm
like-
literally circling it.
Like seriously, you have to try it. That's what I love about the issue. Like, look,
I've circled it.
yeah. And these made good bars I got in Gourmet Glatt. They're very good, so we featured them.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm going to look out for those also. I'm always looking for healthy snacks.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. That was
it's
what
so
we were
hard,
trying to do.
especially
here.
we're talking first day of school. Like, as a special treat, Leora gets like maybe once a week. I remember I have only one kid in school, and all the
Right.
others are in university. So I get her the Gourmet Glatt sells these little tiny cups of cut up mango and pomegranate.
Okay. Yeah. I know what
She
you're talking about.
loves
Yeah.
that. That
It's a
is
special
like-
treat, though.
It's a special treat.
Yeah.
So like first day of school, she gets it. Like when Mummy's traveling, she gets it. So she got one of those to take
very
to school
cool.
today. But they're expensive. So what are we doing to give our kids something
Exactly.
healthy? A packet of chips costs
And also something they like.
right.
It
And
has to be something
a
that
packet
they
of
like.
chips is $1.25. But
Yeah.
as much as I love potato chips, I don't want my kid eating one pack a day.
Right. I mean, if only it was one pack, then it would be fine.
One pack,
I think it's much
one
more
pack
than
for
that.
morning, and then nachos in the afternoon. Those
Yeah, it
nacho
adds up.
cheeses. I'm like, ah.
It totally adds up.
I've never eaten those things in my life. I've never had a nacho cheese.
No, you serious? I
Yeah.
don't know if I have.
Yeah, like, ooh.
So that was really fun to do. And then there's also a bunch of different tableware exciting things. The Cutco knife is one I highly recommend.
Oh, yeah?
It like slices through challah like you can't imagine.
Oh, my husband. I
Yeah.
should get that for my
It's a
husband
nice
for Rosh
gift.
Hashanah.
It's a nice gift. Yeah.
Oh, somebody
And they
re-
also do free sharpening, I think, Cutco.
I don't think they ever need their knives ever
I
need
don't know.
sharpening.
It's really good.
You
So
know,
that's really fun.
Somebody just reached out to me saying they do Cutco and they want to do a demo for me.
Because Cutco has that sales model. It's another whole conversation.
Ah.
But they have salespeople that sell.
Right.
through
I
doing
don't know
things
what
like
happened
that.
to them, but I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
surprising my husband with that knife because he always says the most pressure of the week is not being a lawyer or learning
It's
or
cutting
trying to
challah.
do. It's cutting challah. Everyone's staring at you and you've got to slice through the challah. I'm married nearly
Yeah.
over 24 years. My challah knife needs sharpening. Maybe I should just get a.
Yeah, you should try it. And then talking about challah, we actually have, we wrote about Shannon's new book, Shannon Sarner's new book.
Another shout
Modern
out to
Jewish Baker.
Shannon.
And so she shared her classic, because this is classic. So she shared cinnamon raisin challah. And another cookbook that we wrote about was King Solomon's Table by Joanne Nathan. And she also shared a challah recipe. And she always has something so interesting to share. And so she shared, it's a classic challah recipe, but she topped it with some fennel seeds and poppy seeds and sesame seeds. So it has that fennel flavor, and she made authentic African, North African, Moroccan matbucha.
I
So
love
that was
matbucha.
really fun. And it was just fun to interview her, hear what she has to say, and she shares everything she has to say in
Joy of Kosher.
yeah.
I-
Basically, we asked her about what her favorite Jewish food is.
And what did she say? I have to read. Have to
Her
read
top
it.
3 dishes are featured in the magazine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we featured them, and we made them all. We took the pictures ourselves of the dishes. They're beautiful shots. And
Who's your
Yeah, that
photographer?
was fun.
Let's give him
so
a
we
shout.
work with Carrie and Andrew Purcell. They're a husband and wife team
Yeah.
based in California.
So-
They are amazing. They work with a lot of very high-end top magazines. Yeah.
They've been working with Jamie for a long time.
Yeah,
I
they're
feel
very,
like.
very talented team. They do a stunning job.
Yeah, very good.
And, it's amazing what you could do remotely. Like, now the world is so small. Like, you see through even, like, Instagram and social media, like, you could just talk to anyone and share everything. But, like, I have...
A little
like,
too much sharing, peeps. A little too much sharing. I mean, I
where is it going? Where is it going?
I know. I mean, I'm a big. I share a lot, but I don't share everything. Some things are too much for sharing that people just put themselves out there.
Yeah,
but good for them.
so-
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I remember when I first came to America, I came in 91, so I've been here
Okay.
25 and a half years. The only way I could have a conversation with anyone in Australia was I paid 77 cents a minute to Sprint, and I would call my parents, and we talked very briefly, and that was it. And
Yeah, it's
now,
crazy.
WhatsApp, FaceTime, Instagram, like the world, Nachum Siegel Network, like there's so many ways
Yeah.
of hearing and sharing, and
That's right. And a tip that I have for everyone is not
Yes.
to get overwhelmed from all the food they see on social media. Like, just keep it simple, cook what you like, do the things you like, and just focus on being, like just taking, like keeping things simple and making 1 or 2 nice things is good enough. You don't have to go crazy.
That's a
Yeah.
really interesting comment that you made. Do you think women feel pressure from all the sharing? I think they do a little bit.
I mean, in general, there
me
is that
know.
thing of like social media pressure in general, where like people present the most perfect version of everything. And so I think this year people are getting more into like showing the real
Right, so
thing. But even sometimes the real thing isn't real.
right, well, let's talk about Melinda. Melinda Strauss, kitchen tested, good friend of the Nachum Siegel Network, and of course mine and Schiffer's friend.
Yeah.
Melinda made 2 cakes yesterday,
Okay.
preparing recipe testing, and both flopped. Right?
Okay.
She was so open about it on Instagram.
That's amazing.
Right, I think that's
Yeah.
great. I remember I was
Kudos.
zhuzhing soup once and it splattered, and you guys had saw it on Instagram, and you said, oh, funny that happens to a chef.
Oh.
And I'm like, of course it happens to a chef.
I
Like,
do think it's going to be a trend now to show the
Right,
real.
show the
show
mistakes.
show the mistakes.
Maybe my new cookbook will be like, if we do another one.
Are you doing another one?
I
Are we
don't
announcing
know.
it now?
No, not at all, not at all. But if I do another book, maybe it'll just be like empty plates, messy tables. You could do that
just
for Joy
shoot it
of
with an
Kosher.
iPhone, but like really shoot it with an iPhone.
Shoot it with an iPhone.
Yeah.
Have crumbs, the messy kitchen.
Yeah.
That's a new approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, that's why we're focused so much on classic Jewish food and 10 ingredients or less. Like, let's keep it simple, but still make all the classics and all the things that you like.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, make what your
like,
family
you can
likes.
have, for first course, you could have the challah and matbucha and, like, a roasted salmon and a fresh salad. That's
Right.
very nice.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there.
But can I just say, I used to serve so many courses at
Yeah.
the Shabbos table. And as my daughters got older, they got a bit more health conscious. They started taking nutrition classes in Queen's College. She's like, why are you serving 5-course dinners? Seriously.
Yeah,
Why
like,
are you
step
making...
back and analyze.
Let's see. It's a little wasteful. I mean, we do eat it all week, and I'm good at repurposing.
Right.
That means using up the leftovers. But it's crazy how much food we serve and the pressure. So I kind of like when it's just us,
Yeah, take a step back.
take a step back. Or even with guests now, I kind of like 2 to 3 courses is just as good.
Yeah, but definitely, I think that's a good, yeah.
And
message for this
go
year.
lighter on desserts. Let's talk fruit platters, and especially
Yeah.
we have great simanim. You can do a lot of
That's right.
pomegranates and apples as
Yeah,
platters.
we did. Jamie always does a Simanim inspired article.
Yeah.
And so we did a Simanim crudité, which is just crudité is like raw vegetables with dip, and it's just fun, simple.
I love
You don't
that.
have to
I'm
prepare it in
flipping to that.
advance.
What page was that, Chef?
Page 46.
We have our own, each one an own
Yeah.
edition. As
So
I'm-
we made it look
We have to
made
talk
it look
about this
really
up.
pretty with edible flowers, but like if you have pomegranates, which weren't even around when we did the picture.
Oh, really?
So it's not there.
Right.
But like you can put whatever you want. And we even served it up with some hummus. We also have a delicious apple chutney, so you could do what you want with it.
I really like this.
Yeah. So it's just like it's simple, but it's nice.
I think
it's
in
really
Joy of
elegant.
Kosher, a couple years ago, I did simanim ceviche for you.
Oh, okay, nice.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's I think it's on joyofkosher.com. It was in the magazine at one
Okay.
point, and then
If it was in the magazine, it could be it's on the website now.
and you know, I love using this simanim as a recipe, but I love this crudité idea. That's very good.
yeah, it keeps things, simple enough, but very yum tiftik. Very
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And
And simanim is like a new thing. It used to be like tzimmus and apples and honey, but I think this, because of Instagram, all the
Yeah.
Sephardim sharing their culture, it has crept, because more amongst the Sephardim to do simanim, and it's pushed really into, because of social media.
It's such an amazing way to like really celebrate Rosh Hashanah, especially with your kids, like because it brings meaning to what you're eating and the foods that you're serving. So it's just so amazing to do that. That's why I love to do simanim, even though I didn't grow up with it.
Right, I didn't know
Because
that.
it's just so connected.
The
to
biggest
the
siman that
Yom
we
Tov.
had was the fish head. My mother would eat the eyeballs, the whole inside of the fish. Her and my grandmother.
That's
They would
amazing.
say delicious. The meat from the fish, inside the head.
You
they
know what
say is
chefs say right now is like the cheek.
the cheek.
The cheek is very, very popular.
Right. So my mother
Yeah.
said it's delicious.
Yeah, so she's right.
Maybe I'll try it. But my husband would never allow a fish head on the table because he's like very squeamish. So I'd buy the what
You ever
brand?
saw a lamb's
Jelly
head?
Bellies.
You ever saw a lamb's head?
No,
And they
in
sell
Israel.
it. No, they sell it. You could even get it in Gourmet Glatt, I think.
What?
And like there's still teeth. Is it lamb?
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop! Stop! I don't eat cow's tongue. I've eaten just about everything. In Italy, when I was there in Italy in the summer, I had whole fried sardines. I've had that in Israel, head and
Yum,
tail and
that's
all,
good.
yum, crunch, delish.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I cannot have a good. I think ZK's going to puke. Here's the bin, mate. Can we just talk about the kreplach?
Yeah.
My grandmother's a Polish lady. She used to sit there at the table making kreplach from scratch.
Yeah, there's nothing as classic as kreplach. It's like the Jewish dumpling. So Chef Laura Frankel, who's the culinary director of Joy of Kosher, created like the ultimate recipe. I think it's a 3-ingredient kreplach dough. And the way we showed it in the magazine was, which I love, was, being prepared and then serving it like in the soup, but also pan frying it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, pan frying it adds texture. And there's 3 fillings. Traditional filling, and then if you want to go a little bit interesting, Asian inspired, and shawarma spiced. And what I love about it is you can take the meat that you're preparing for the kreplach and like even serve some of it, like don't shred it, and serve some of it as part of your main course. 'Cause
Yeah, I
it's
love
so
that
flavorful.
idea.
Yeah,
And you always have so much meat from the chicken soup.
Yeah.
That, pick it off the bones. You know what my mother puts in hers? She makes a fleishik one. You have the traditional meat filling,
Yeah, the
right?
traditional meat
so
filling
chuck
is-
roast. You know what she
Yeah.
puts in? My mother puts in a little chopped liver.
oh nice.
She
That
says
adds a
it
lot of
makes it
flavor.
so creamy. So does Alex. Yeah, the Polishes.
Okay,
She
guys,
said
that's
it's
a good
smooth
tip.
like mousse. It's like mousse in the filling.
That's
I
amazing.
have some in my freezer still.
Of her filling.
Of her filling. We made it
great.
she was here after Pesach and we made so much. I froze them in little containers.
Yeah, and freezing things, by the way, is another good tip for you.
Right. Actually,
Like-
Danielle Renov did a whole thing this morning on freezing, how to freeze.
Oh,
on
that's
her
fun. It's
Insta.
fun to watch her.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Yeah.
She's brilliant, and she came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Last year, no one heard of her, and now she's like the hottest thing right
Yeah.
now. So shout out to you, Danielle. Okay. All right, now we have drinks. I love that you always include
cocktails.
drinks. Thanks.
And the
for that.
cocktails are like, riffs on classic Jewish ingredients.
Spiritual connection.
Yeah, so they're fun.
Bold, cold, and gold. Okay, who thought of these names?
So Cheryl Heisler.
She's great.
Yeah,
Better
she's
and
really
borscht?
creative. She's very creative with her
Where
names.
does she live? We need her.
She's
in
from
this.
Chicago.
Can she come on the show?
Yeah, she would love to.
Let's
She would
bring
really
her
love
in.
to.
Let's
I'll send
bring
you
her
her
in.
info.
Yeah, we're gonna.
She would love to.
That would be ZK. How fun would that be?
She could do a whole. I don't know when she's
could-
going to be in the city, but like she could do a whole cocktail thing. Like she loves it. That's her thing.
I'm liking this. The sound of this. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So then we have Jamie Simonim, and then a stunning fruitcake that we did.
I love this.
Yeah, the
That's-
chocolate ganache is 4 ingredients, But like the technique of doing it is you make, your typical chocolate ganache, put
Yeah.
it in the fridge, and then you whip it. So you beat it in the beater and it becomes like cream. It's really cool.
The ganache.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Chef Laura,
Of course, because
she's
she's
helped
genius.
us develop the recipe. But yeah, and then the wine soaked dried fruit. It's really amazing. So we even have a tip here, like if you're not a cake baker,
Yeah, that's me.
so like you can take even a store-bought sponge cake and then serve it with the wine soaked fruit and the chocolate ganache. And it's going to be
The ganache
stunning.
is easy, yeah.
Stunning. Because those two things are like the standout in this recipe. It's the cover recipe. And it's really amazing. So it's a really fun way to celebrate Yom Tov.
I like the idea. And you know what I love? That Jamie does this a lot in her recipes,
Yeah.
is olive oil in the cake.
Yes, so Jamie's very much, into using extra virgin olive oil. And I'm even surprised at how many recipes you can work with it.
I never thought olive oil and chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Like,
It really goes. That I learned from, who I learned it from originally? Chef Moshe Wendell. His chocolate mousse. His famous chocolate mousse from Pardes
Pardes.
had extra virgin olive oil. And so we adapted the recipe in one of our issues like a few years ago. And I made the chocolate mousse and you do not taste it. It's just like, it's fruity. It's like whatever the chefs say. And you're like confused how olive oil could be like fruity and not bitter. It really is.
Right.
It's great.
oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
once brought in some olive oil that had really fruity tones when we did a Hanukkah show a couple of years ago.
That was olive oil that didn't. It was olive oil that didn't even kind of. It was still with the fruit particles. What they do with olive oil is very hard to sift it. They kind of let it sit a couple of months and then only take the top. But when they right out of the mill, it's kind of like with all the fruity particles in it. And it's called in Italian olio nuovo, like the new oil. And that kind of, if they don't separate it, then it's olive oil that could only stay for a couple of months. It's not shelf stable
Long-
like the regular
Oh, wow.
olive oil.
That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
it's very interesting.
Okay. All right. And of course, you've got some great kugels there, which is really
Yeah, so
great with
Tamar,
Tamar.
who is the editor of joyofkosher.com, is also a nutritionist. So we asked her all like some common questions, and she shared a really versatile kugel recipe that she always goes to.
And I like that. Can I just you have in little muffin
Yeah.
forms in the book in the magazine, page 62. I think that's so good to have on hand in the afternoon when the kids are hungry on Yom Tov.
Yeah, it's a
and you're
full-
not
yeah.
quite ready for dinner. It's a great snack.
That's true.
Healthy snack.
It's a healthy, and it's something that freezes well. Then we wrote about just like really just interesting, inspirational things for the new year. So we wrote about it's
Levana-
just something nice to read,
Right. No, it's great. You have some real hardcore articles there as well. I love that. And Levana was on the show a couple months back.
That's right.
Talking about her. Oh, with you guys.
Yes,
weren't you
I was
guys
here
around
and
the
I
same time?
tasted her.
Her magic potion.
That's right.
No, it's always an action-packed magazine, a celebration of apples. Laura's got another section in there. It's just everything she does is gorgeous. Everything
Yeah.
you, Jamie, Tamar, your team is unreal. We're talking Kosher Fest soon, right?
That's right.
You guys are going to be busy with that, no doubt.
Yes, no
Well-
doubt. So we're doing what we did last year. So that's going to be fun.
Okay,
We're gonna do
great.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for a call.
We're doing okay. We're doing a kosher masters competition, so that's also available online.
Oh,
So people
let's start
could
promoting
sign
that.
up. Like people could sign up to compete. You're supposed to send a video. I'm not exactly sure about all the rules, but you could check it out on the website joyofkosher.com, and that's where you could also buy this issue.
I can't
Yeah.
believe it's September and it's like blink of an
It
eye and
is
it's there.
crazy. Yeah,
It's amazing.
crazy.
It's really amazing how as you get older the time flies. When you're in third grade, it feels like the year is so long. Right? What grade are you in? Fifth? Going to sixth
wow.
grade, right? So it's a long year. You feel like it's a long year, but the next thing you know, you're 30. Right?
It's crazy.
I'm not rushing it. We're not rushing it. But yeah, it's really unbelievable. We had an amazing show, a big schmooze with amazing people. I can't believe that I'm actually speaking about time flies that I'm here for 6 seasons. I started halfway through season 1. So I don't even know how many shows I've even done anymore. But this has been an unbelievable experience. Okay, everyone, I hope that you'll tune in every week and hear our exciting adventures. Next week I'm having the team. I'm having Leah Gottenheim from joyofkosher.com.
You mean kosher.com.
What did I say? Joy
said
of
Joy of
Kosher.
Kosher, which I don't
it's
mind.
very,
Kosher
it's very cool that you both have very similar names, but you're a little bit different.
Yeah, it's different. It's very different. But
Leah
yeah.
from kosher.com as well. But Jamie's is on kosher.com.
Yes, that's
So,
right.
you know, we all help each other.
Yes,
We're
exactly.
one big foodie family, literally.
Yeah.
We are having Leah from kosher.com as well as Gabriel Geller and Jay Buxbaum. So,
Oh, that should be fun.
that's going to be a fun show. I kind of usually can't drive home right
I know.
after
I was going
the
to say,
show.
like, who's driving you home then?
Yeah. I might have to Uber it. No, just joking. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually like when I was on the show and Jay Buxbaum was here. It was so amazing. I learned about some new wines.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
So it's really fun to
to have them on the show. So
Yeah.
tune in next week. We had an amazing show. We had Yossi Mutterpearl, Shifra Klein, and Alex Rapport from Aspia. Please join us at Chop Hunger this coming Tuesday. You'll see it online. We have coming up next. I've got a new lineup to say, new outro. Coming up next, Mark Zomick on the Erev Shabbat show, which airs 10 a.m. on Fridays, and you can listen to any of our shows online on nachumsegal.com or on the app on your smartphone. We'll hope you'll tune in every week. And thank you for listening. Shabbat Shalom. Happy cooking.